Elliott, you guys got off to a good start in this series. This is a pivotal series to end the regular season. You hit well. It was 2-0, and then you guys started raking. Just your thoughts, sir.
I just thought we were very opportunistic tonight. They got a great ball club, obviously. Preseason #1, playing very well right now. Top 10 in the country. That's a big time. Played for the national championship with a lot of the same guys last year. That's a big time ball club right there. They're very, very good. In a very, very good league. So I think they were up 2-0. We got a big run to make it 2-1. Then tied it up, and they get another solo. But we kept scrapping and took advantage of some things. I think Luke Nixon came up with a big ground ball. Eli, a couple big hits, ran the base as well, and then obviously 7-3 when it seemed like still of a tie game. We just did a lot of scrappy things and got a couple big runs there, and Cooper was pitching very, very well. Just as he did at Virginia last Sunday, Coop pitched very, very well in relief of Sam, but no lead safe, and then we've got I thought a big run there in the 8th to make it 8-3 and then 9-3. Then obviously what happened at the end happened, but we played very, very well.
I do want to ask you about the two pitchers. First of all, Sam, he did give up the 2 home runs back-to-back, but then he grinded to get you to the middle of the game. Speak to him. Is that, and obviously you expect that from him.
That's what Sam does. Yeah. As a matter of fact, that's what he did at Virginia last week.
Right.
He didn't have his best stuff at Virginia last week or today, but that's what Sam Highfield does. Matter of fact, when I talked to Brian O'Connor after the game last week in Virginia, he talked about, boy, it's great to have a guy like Sam Highfield out there that can, he gave up like a 3-run homer to Virginia early, and just next thing you know, you're in the 6th inning. And that's what Sam Highfield does. That's what veterans do. And that's what guys that gut it out and know how to pitch and know who they are. And that's what Sam Highfield gives you. And that's why he's a mayor, and that's why he's so respected at this university and in this community for what he's given to our program. And but then I thought Cooper came in and pitched very well.
And that's what I want to ask you about now. The difference between Cooper in February to now, his growth. Could you speak to that?
Yeah, we came in with a lot of heralded freshmen coming in who turned down the draft and turned down money. They came to college, and you gotta understand what this atmosphere is about and understand who you are. You think you know who you are until you get out there. And from him to Marone to Duden, all these guys have just stepped up and been unbelievable, and that's what it's going to take from here on out.
Your batting lineup, a lot of times, I was talking to Sosa, a lot of times guys will say, well, if we can, in a tight game, we can line this up, get the middle of the order in the 8th or not. It doesn't seem like it matters with the order. Guys are raking 1 through 9, and it doesn't matter where it lines up. You're getting the hits from all 9 positions.
Yeah, that's what we're doing. We've got, some guys have been in the lineup, out of the lineup, and they just stuck with it and battled, and guys were battling injuries, but every team in the country has that situation, and they just keep grinding, and that's what you got to do, especially this time of the year.
Do you feel like your team's kind of coming together at the right time down the stretch the last month and a half?
I feel like we've been together all year. I think it's a very close-knit team, and you don't win unless you are close, and it's all about the locker room. It's all about going back to your apartment complexes and the things you do off the field, eating together, and that's what gets you to this point in the season. But this league, you see how tough this league is, and what we've done against teams that are top 10 in the country and 15 in the country, and they just keep battling. But yeah, it's a close-knit team, and I think we've been together all year, but we're playing very good baseball right now.
You spoke earlier on Luke Nixon and just like his ability just to get runs. Just he's proved not only tonight but just throughout the season. I feel like he can score in many ways. Just how important is his presence?
He's a tough kid. I said it when he got here. Very athletic. I said that we've had a lot of great freshmen here, and I said he's certainly one of them. And but when I think of Luke Nixon, I think about he's a gamer, he's a baseball player, and he's tough as nails.
Cooper seems to not get rattled at all when he's out there. He got in a jam, I think, at one point and was able to get 2 strikeouts and get out of it. What's it like to see him
coming in second and third, and he may even go on 2-0 on the guy he started out. I can't remember that, but he's as the season has gone on, he's understanding who he is, how good he is, and he's pretty good out there.
Between Consiglio and Heifel, Wake, even when they got those scoring opportunities, 0 for 8 with runners in scoring position, how important is that, veterans and freshmen alike, those guys are able to keep their cool and get out of those situations?
It's just, we talked about Sam, that's what you got to do, and you got to limit the unnecessary things that you give people, walks and stuff. I think we may have had 3 or 4 walks tonight, but all the home runs Sam gave up were solo home runs, and that's what you got to do. And obviously, Wake hits a lot of home runs. I think they came in with 100, so now they got 103. That's a lot of long balls, and they got a good team.
Hey, Coach, you mentioned your resume and some of the wins that you guys are stacking against top 10 teams. Can you speak to the landscape of the ACC? It feels like as deep as this conference has been in a long time.
It's so good. It's unbelievable. It's just so hard, and we scuffled a little bit early through some things. We got swept at Georgia Tech, got swept at Louisville, and I see Louisville's on a roll right now, and Georgia Tech's been on a roll, and so you understand we may not have played that well there, but you understand there's a reason that happened, and so we put ourselves in a little bit of not a great situation, because getting swept in this league can be detrimental to you, and because you're not going to get many sweeps yourself, and but we've done a couple of those, I think, and the big thing we've done is won series. We won 2 out of 3 a lot against some good ball clubs. This league is really good.
Obviously just a big win tonight. Just kind of piggybacking off his question, just have y'all just discussed like the implications behind this series? Just
I don't discuss it. I don't talk about things that we can't control and put things in their head. These guys in the era of Twitter and Instagram, and that phone never leaves their side. You know what I'm saying? It never leaves their side. They know way more information than I do, and that's sometimes you know too much information because you can't control that. You just got to come out and keep getting better, do little things, and keep playing and see what happens.
Any more questions for Coach Ayton? All good?
For police in the city of Raleigh, it's National Police Week, and we got one of our officers going to come out and sing the national anthem live. He sings a lot of Canes games, and Chief Patterson is going to throw out the first pitch. And I know our crowds have been great, but 7 o'clock game, I encourage them to get out here early and see Chief Patterson throw out that first pitch and celebrate our great police force and keeping the city safe. I'd like to see that if we could tomorrow night.